welcome to today's conversation. Today we are going to discuss about just about 5 pointers that can help startups make better decisions and even scale up their business as they go along. Because these are some of the things that startups have been forgetting or have been ignoring, but they're very, very key to help you in building your business in the best way possible, in the best way that you really want to go along. So before we go ahead, let's listen to this. Welcome. Let's now discuss 5 mistakes that startups make when they are building their business, and sometimes they struggle, but they are very, very important and they are key for their business and they need to actually pay attention to them. The first one is defining the business goals and objectives. When someone starts a business, more often than not, it's something they're passionate about, something they really want to do, but they do not actually sit down and think through it. What is this that I want to achieve in the next 1 year, in the next 5 years? And I think that is a very important point. As much as you're passionate about what you're doing and you know that it can make money, it's good to have a pen and paper and just write down what is this that you want to achieve by the end of the, of a certain period. And I would recommend that start with 5 years, then come down and start breaking down each year, and perhaps even start with the first year of your operation. What do you want to achieve by the end of that first year? Sometimes by the end of the first year, you may not have made much money, but what structures and what are these things you need to have put in place to ensure that by the second year, you start making some money, and even by the third year, you can even be profitable. So defining your business goals and objectives are very, very important. Make sure they're SMART goals, that is, they're specific, they're measurable, they are achievable and relevant, and even they're time-bound. When I say time-bound, it means that you can break them down from yearly to monthly, even to weekly, and even to daily. What is it that you'll be doing to be able to accumulate all those wins and you achieve your final goal at the end of the year, and measure them, right? See whether you have been able to achieve. So writing down is very important. The second challenge that startups encounter is researching the target market and also the competition. When you are starting a business, definitely there are other people who are doing a similar business. So have you done enough research to see how you can actually position yourself? How are people actually even pricing their products or services? What's the competition doing? What can you do differently? So just take time. There's a lot of information online. You can use your friends. You can use, a company that actually does research if you're able to afford them. But if it's a startup where you have no funding, you can just do it alone. You can ask friends. You can design a questionnaire and even send it out there and let people just respond to you and give you feedback. And even in competition, you can actually be, visit them, buy 1 or 2 products, see how they treat their customers, see how they package their products and services. Even when you buy that product, how do they wrap it for you? How do they deal with you? And so on and so forth. And you'll be able to get some pointers. So take your time and do some research and before you actually launch your business. That is the second item of researching your target market and competition. The third challenge that startups face is about your unique proposition, because now you've seen what the competition is doing. So what is this that you're going to do differently? And you need to be very clear about that, right? Because if somebody is already selling that product or service, and you also want to go into it, because there's no business that has never been started. So remember, when you start a business, there's always somebody or other people who are doing it. But you really need to be slightly different in the way you do things. So again, you can get a coach or a mentor or someone who's been there before that is a mentor to be able to tell you or to be able to give you some guidance on how to do things slightly different so that you can actually capture a certain clientele that has been ignored by your competition. So it's up to you to decide how you're going to approach that. The fourth item is about creating a budget and a financial projection. yes, it's important to have, even if you're just writing a one page with a pen and paper and you're saying, yeah, what do I want to achieve by the end of this year financially, and what expenses will I incur in the process? So will I be profitable or not? And even if I'm not profitable because this is the first year, what is acceptable? Yeah, depending on how much money you want to put in. So again, you can get a financial advisor, or somebody who has an ability to advise you to put together just a basic financial projection for your business, yeah, for maybe 1 to 5 years, and see how you can actually start and whether you're able to achieve those pointers. And finally, the fifth item I want to speak about today is your marketing and sales strategy. Now that you're starting a business, how are you going to actually ensure that your customers are able to purchase your product and services? Do they know you? If they don't, how are you going to create that awareness out there? And if you're starting and you do not have capital to employ salespeople, you're going to do it as a business owner. How are you going to ensure that your customers can see you, and how, are you going to give offers from the beginning, or some discounts, or some free sessions? If, let's say, it's a training you're launching, how are you going to do all that? So it's up to you now, again, to decide how are you going to approach that. So those are just 5 pointers from my book that I wrote recently, that is 4 strategies on how to start, a successful startup business. And you can find it in the link below. So if you click on the link below on this video, you should be able to find a link, and it will take you to amaracampus.com, where you can get this book. Those are just 5 points. The book is quite long. It's almost 20 pages, and it has so much guidance as to how a startup can actually ensure that they package themselves for success. So I've only read one of the pages so that I can just give you a brief on what the book is about. And again, if you want to sign up with us, just sign up with us, and we'll be able to take you through the process of starting a new business. If you have never started, and if you have started, and maybe in the last 1 year or 2 years you've been struggling, let's talk so that we are able to support you. I'm Lucy Munga, a certified business coach. Yeah, I concentrate on supporting startups in ensuring that they are profitable and they have the proper structures in place. And even the startup owners, the board of directors, they're able now to progress to the next level and steer the company to success. Thank you so much for listening, and let's meet next time. Don't forget to click the bell button below so that you're reminded when these videos are uploaded. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and let's meet next time. It's a goodbye for now. Bye-bye.